The Purebred Crisis by SBS Viceland is a multimodal piece containing elements of the expository and participatory modes. As stated by Nichols in Introduction to Documentary, the expository mode is didactic and relies on the power of narration to convey information to the audience. This is prevalent through the objective narration delivered between the interview sections of the documentary. The participatory mode, as defined by Nichols in the same textbook, is where the interaction of the subject with the filmmaker is emphasized, and information is conveyed to the audience through these interactions. This mode is evident in the interview sections of the piece, particularly in the final interview with Sharon Edmonds, the English Bulldog breeder. Here she is posed questions on her thoughts on how to address the issues with exaggerated features in bulldogs. The content of this piece can be broken up into its subject, its narrative, and its message. The subject is the health issues present in purebred dogs, particularly genetic issues from inbreeding and exaggerated features such as enlarged skulls and breathing issues. This narrative is non-linear. It jumps around from person to person, getting different viewpoints of each question it's posing. It's got a mix of objective evidence-based narration with emotive and subjective information from multiple sources in its interviews. There is frequent use of montage, particularly very emotionally charged imagery. And it's structured to position the audience to empathize with the RSPCA in their goal of changing the ideology around purebred dogs. Its message is that breeders, while loving their animals, are blind to the health problems associated with purebred dogs. Its style, while there is no specific filmmaker credited with the production of this documentary, it does, however, fall into the short-form style used by almost all documentary pieces produced by The Feed and Viceland that are distributed on their YouTube channel and their social media outlets. The short-form documentary has risen from the sheer volume of internet-accessible devices. Beau Soleil from South by Southwest says that this has given an information overload to relatively time-poor viewers, and that's created a demand for faster consumption. For Viceland and The Feed, this style of factual content in a condensed package is key to engaging their target audience of millennials. However, what relationship do these modes have with content? These modes dictate how the film will convey the content to the audience. By choosing the expository and participatory modes, the SBS Viceland presents a narrative with an authoritative manner. The disembodied presentation of information lends credibility to the message. It doesn't come across as biased. The addition of participatory elements further emphasizes the message by hinting towards the ignorance of purebred breeders. The short-form documentary style presents hurdles that must be overcome within the content of the film. The range of subjects can be somewhat limited due to the small amount of time filmmakers have to convey information. Additionally, the narrative must be structured in such a way that adequately conveys information about a subject to an audience, in a way that the audience can infer the intended message in a small amount of time. The content plays a key role in creating the tone of the final form of the film. The selection of health issues in purebred dogs as a subject intrinsically makes this documentary more serious and grounded in the realms of scientific and medical evidence, as opposed to other light-hearted short-form documentaries produced by Viceland and The Feed. The narrative structure and message also play a significant role in the final form. While the feed does address the subject from both the point of views of the RSPCA and the Australian Kennel Club Association, the final product still sways audiences in the favour of the RSPCA.